Welcome back, dude and dudettes, to another wild episode of Send It Mate. We're here to talk about all things hunting and outdoors. And today, we've got something that'll keep your gear running smoother than a dingo's getaway.
That's right. Our show is brought to you by High Caliber, the gun and knife oil company that knows how to keep your firearms and blades in tip-top shape.
High Caliber is like the secret sauce for hunters, anglers, and outdoorsy folk everywhere. It's like the magic potion that makes your gun and knives happier than a dog with two tails.
You know, guys, I've been using high caliber oil for a while now, and let me tell you, it's the duck's nuts. My rifle practically sings a lullaby when I take it out hunting.
And speaking of lullabies, ever tried sneaking up on a deer with a squeaky gun? It's a prime way to end up with no venison in the freezer. You'll be hungrier than a vegan at a bacon festival.
Absolutely. But with High Caliber oil, your gun will be quieter than a ninja in moonlight. You'll be stalking your prey with the grace and stealth of a mountain lion.
High caliber doesn't just keep things quiet, it also prevents rust and corrosion, so you won't find your gear looking like it spent a season at the bottom of a creek.
That's right, and for you knife enthusiasts out there, High Caliber has got you covered too. Your trusty blade will slice through anything smoother than butter on a hot biscuit.
So, folks, don't let your gear become a rusty, squeaky mess. Head on over to highcaliber.com.au and grab a bottle of their oil today.
And if you use the code SENDITMATE at checkout, you'll get a special discount. I say again, use the code SENDITMATE for all your oil slick, stealthy hunting needs.
Thanks to High Caliber, you'll be sending it in style and silence.
So, gear up, oil up, and send it, mate. High Caliber, the ultimate oil for the ultimate hunter.
Yo, welcome.
Could you sound more excited? Probably not.
I'm excited. I'm more excited than big fucking Kev right now.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing the cover for like Kid Rock or something.
But fucking how good is it? We're back together.
Brilliant. We've got upgrades and we're like fucking going pro.
Did you get a penis pump?
Yeah.
You got an upgrade?
How did you know? Could you see the bulge? Is that what gave it away?
We should be sounding stereo crisp.
We should be
As
sounding
fuck,
like
basically,
fucking
right now.
champions right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, these gear upgrades we've got are pretty schmick.
Yeah, it's going on.
I feel professional. Like I feel
Well, you sure as
legit.
fuck don't look professional.
You haven't dressed the part, let's be honest.
I'm too legit to quit. Too legit to quit.
I wish there was viewers to see your hand signals then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just know.
Yeah, I gotta be professional. So I can't carry on.
I cannot
I've got a
take you
lot to say
seriously.
about this, but what do you mean? I can take my shirt off if you want.
You haven't changed in between seasons.
Bro, I'm the most
Hasn't
consistent
changed his
dude.
fucking shirt. He's just trekking around in a sleeveless thing, flexing everywhere.
Yeah, biddies love it. Gym Chick loves it. Shout out to Gym Chick.
God. Welcome back, everyone. We're starting season 2. Great to have everyone back. Thanks for waiting us out over Christmas. Thanks for those who listened to the Christmas special.
Legends, I just want to cut in there. We're up to 1,000 people that have listened to our podcast.
You mean 1,000 people listen to us?
Isn't that what I
dribble?
said?
We have 1,000 listeners.
We have
yes.
1,000 listeners now.
We have
It's
1,000
fucking-
listeners.
It makes me feel warm and fucking fuzzy on the inside. I don't know about you boys, but I like that. It makes me feel loved.
You get a bit of a tingle.
I get a tingle.
Go
when
to the docks,
I get a
man.
tingle when my pants brush against my penis when I'm driving. You know.
There's an ointment for that.
I just feel like we're leading 1,000 people astray.
I
Somewhere.
think we really are. Let's stop.
Especially,
digressing.
do we know our age demographic?
I'd say between 12 and 65,
Shit.
depending on their socioeconomic status.
Can you imagine how many 65-year-olds are now fucking because of us?
Badly.
You're just going to go in dry and come out dry.
Actually, I had a friend listen to us, and she was like the last person I'd ever thought that would listen to the podcast. And she listened, and she was like, "Hey, you dudes are actually funny as fuck."
I had similar actually. So I was at a Christmas party and someone came up to me and said, "Hey, send it, mate." I'm like, what? It's like, She's again another female listener. She says, "Hey, I've actually listened to your podcast," and I'm like, "Shit, really?"
Yeah, this is where you do the emu and put your head in the fucking sand.
No, I was talking to a girl and she was like, "Oh, I should probably download Spotify then."
Oh God! Then you're like, it's 2021, bitch. Fucking hell.
So no glory stories from me, but it's been fun. Thanks for the ride.
Thanks for all the listeners out there and those guys who follow us on Insta as well.
Despite all the bullshit that we talk, we are very, very appreciative of the feedback that we get from
I thought you were going to say we're very intellectual.
some of us are.
No, but it has been fun, and we've caught up a bit over the break as well. We needed a bit of a break, bit of a restock of our.
Yeah,
mental.
look, it was good to have a break, get the new gear, because it certainly sounds better. So Caleb and Ryan are both from muso backgrounds, and I've never actually heard myself in headphones and shit before.
He's hating
The
himself.
look of disappointment on his face.
Nah,
Fuck, do I really sound like that?
actually, I said to him just before, I said, you know, the whole thing about marrying yourself, listening to my voice just makes me want to marry myself even more.
I don't get you sometimes.
I
What do you
wanna
mean you don't
slap
get me?
you,
I'm
but
pretty
I can't
simple.
because of all of this cool gear that's around you right now. I just get caught.
It's fucking early warning, motherfucker.
I mean,
Anyway, let's just stop digressing. We
we are good at that.
We are very good at that. So our episode.
Wait.
Am I fucking this up?
Wait. Rewind. First up, we have point of interest, which is actually a bit of a close to home one. I'm going to hone in for the point of interest, and we just had the fires at. Good God, where the hell did they start?
Adelaide Hills.
Cherry Garden.
Cherry Gardens, that's it. So just had the fires at Cherry Gardens, and we live down the road. Look, it was quite a fair way away from us.
For those playing at home, that's near Josh's house.
Yeah, I think they gathered.
Well, you're like, oh, we had these fires. And,
Well, I just said it's down the road.
What did you think down the road meant?
well,
Fucking interstate.
yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. You're a bit elusive with everything that you talk about, so it could have been fucking anywhere.
Incog fucking neato. Anyway, so the fires started down the road from us, and it sort of hit a bit close to home. So I started out actually like in the afternoon on Sunday. And I was like, oh, I should probably, like, it was quite hot. It was about 40 degrees. I'm like, oh, I should probably check the fucking fire sprinklers. And so I've put all my sprinklers on and that. And I've worked out that I can't find the shut-off valve for the rear sprinklers. So
Is that what you were texting us about?
Yes.
Where you're like, oh,
Yes.
I can't get me sprinklers to work.
the rear ones, yes.
And I'm hesitant to do this soon into the second season, first podcast, but for those playing at home and also to steal Ryan's thunder,
Yeah.
Josh has this real habit of just sending vague messages to the rest of us where he'll say something like, we've been with him all day, and he'll just be like, fuck, this is hard. And it just means we don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I really like it because I feel like we're all playing a game.
No,
It's like
because
trying
no,
to
that
think-
message.
It's like crosswords. You just like, you have a sentence, you're like, what would that mean?
No, that message was fuck this rock star life is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck you were referencing. There was no context. I don't know if you're being
Yeah, there's never a
sarcastic.
context. It's always a guessing game of
random.
what is he talking about. So sure enough, we have to prompt you with further questions like we're interested.
Yeah, but then there's like the days where you don't fucking respond, and then I'm checking my phone every 10 minutes because I really want to know what's going on. And then it turns out you're like, oh no, I just went to the gym. You're like, oh well, fuck you, man.
Well, all right, we're digressing. The fires are a real thing, and they're fucking ill. Anyway, I couldn't get my sprinklers working, and the rear sprinklers, the ones on the house and
Your
the front
fire
of the house
sprinklers.
work, yeah, and that was all good.
Your
and then I thought,
your daily prancing sprinklers on a hot day, are they working?
oh, hey man, it cools down the house actually quite a lot, and like around the house, it's kind of nice. Anyway, I did a little bit of an Instagram video about it, and I was sitting down waiting. And I thought, okay, we'll be all right because the wind's heading south, so the fires won't come up our way. And then the wind changed, and it got later on in the evening, and the wind started picking up, and I was outside just doing my thing. Next thing you know, I thought it was raining, and I'm sitting on my quad bike, just watching, just looking out. And then I thought it was raining, and I'm like, wait a second, that's not rain, that's fucking ash. So I started ashing over our house. And then within an hour, our whole valley was just smoke, just full of smoke. You couldn't see the other side of the valley. I'm like, bloody hell.
Was your asshole doing crazy things? Did you shit yourself a little bit?
Nah, just...
Did a bit of poo come out?
Look,
Bit of
I
blood?
was like, maybe I should pack a bag and shit. But
How does that? Did they give you alerts and stuff for the area, like through the?
yeah, so you go
On the
onto
wireless.
CFS, and that gives you like updates on your phone. But if you don't get any reception, like I don't get a fucking reception, you don't get updates.
So your update is really just the ash falling from the sky.
Yes, it's real time, bro.
Oh, there's smoke and ash about. Oh, I should probably check.
Yeah, basically.
Why are you checking your sprinklers when there's a fire?
What do you mean?
Like, have you checked them previously?
Oh, look, yeah, okay.
Or is this
so-
classic Josh? We're like, yeah.
Nah. I did check them actually as we were going into December, and they were fine. And I found where the back cutoff valve was, but in like a month and a bit, I've forgotten where the damn cutoff valve is. So I spent like most of the day like looking around, and obviously you guys know there's a lot of blackberry in that, so I'm poking around all the blackberry trying to find this cutoff valve. Still haven't found it. It'll be all right.
Get yourself a pair of welding gloves.
Yeah, or just a bushfire to burn it off. Well,
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, all that burning off that you tried to do through winter, which
too wet, man.
yeah, what did you burn? Like 6 square meters in a year?
Look, it was terrible, actually. Like, so we tried burning off at some good times, and nothing took. Absolutely nothing. But I guess that's the game you play.
So, in summary, are you prepared if a bushfire's rolling through?
Look, I have a game plan anyway, and my game plan is pretty much so I ran up, I'll turn the header on. So our header tank is like obviously a 22,000
What's a header
gallon
tank?
water tank, concrete. So I turned it on and then went to the house. So I actually put the sprinklers on and off through it like periodically throughout the day, and I grabbed all the keys for the fences or for the gates. Sorry. So if something did come through, I'll just burn around on the quad bike and let open all the gates so all the stock can.
What's a header tank?
A water tank. I just said this.
Do you have
twice.
short-term memory loss?
it sounds like a header tank. It's a fucking a water tank. A header tank sounds
Well,
like
it's a header. Yeah, it's like so. It's the main feed into the house. So our
Oh, well, there
bore-
you go. A header tank is the main feed into the fucking house. It's not a goddamn water tank. Jesus
Well,
fucking Christ.
It's a water tank. Our
Here
bore
we
goes,
go again with your fucking
Oh,
cryptic
mate.
messages.
Oh, good God.
Not talking about anything in context.
So the bore goes to the header, and we can shut it off, obviously, because if it keeps running, you have to pay for water.
What's a
So you
bore?
can fill up. Oh,
Don't be a
you're
dick.
a fucking bore.
Don't be a dick. Anyway, now we're getting a real boring, dry territory here.
Caleb with the dad jokes. And anyway, we so I let the stock go if it comes to it, and obviously grab the guns and put them in the car and leave. My first priority is my guns and my dog. Guns, dog, go.
It says a lot about you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'm not surprised. Like, I've known you long enough to know that's pretty much going to be your plan.
What about ammo? Ammo's going to be worth more than you
Yeah, I
guns.
was going to chuck ammo in there as well, and I was actually going to chuck my Kafari pack in there because I don't.
Yeah, because ain't nobody leaving that behind.
Yeah, maybe some cam gear. And
It might be a bit of a lucrative market selling ammo to Americans.
Yeah.
that's very true. Very true.
Side hustle, buy it all now.
Did you see the statement from who was it? Oh God,
I don't know.
who's the guy in Queensland? Aussie Reviews. He put out a statement saying, "Oh, you know it's bad when guys from the States are ringing Australian gun shops for ammo."
Oh, yeah, I did read that. I did
Yeah.
read that.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. Good thing we stocked up. Hey, actually, this brings up a good point, and a point that we hit on last season. If someone else bought a fucking 308, he would
I will
also
not
have some-
conform.
he would have some ammo as well.
Well, without going too far down this rabbit hole, it was actually good to have a different caliber / different type of
Yeah.
gun available to us in our last trip.
I'm pretty sure I
was.
was the only one who let rounds out the barrel as well. So,
Yeah, and your hit to miss ratio was pretty good.
hey, I had 33% hit rate, bro.
Having said that, we did eat fresh meat
Yes, that's
Which,
true.
as much as I love like backcountry cuisine, I got to admit, eating that rabbit, I was like, hot damn, son.
Yeah,
Bit of fresh meat's always good.
Yeah.
we did a good.
That's what she said.
All right, we are digressing like a motherfucker.
Not
now.
changed. We spent 13 minutes talking about
Hey,
not
Caleb,
much.
what is
we haven't,
our-
we haven't mentioned one thing yet.
What?
What's that?
I'm not going to be the one to mention it this time.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to try and set a record before that gets mentioned.
A record?
Hmm.
You're trying to laugh.
We're going to try and get through a whole episode.
All right. Well,
We're going to try and last 45
fine.
minutes, which is
That's
something
fine.
you've never done, Josh.
that's fine. We'll
Are we not referencing a certain hub?
He didn't say it.
No,
He didn't say
I
it.
didn't say anything.
He didn't say it. Anyway, so first up, we have a bit of a topic intro. This is off to you, Caleb.
Oh, thank you, Josh. So formal. I like your professional approach.
Very
this year.
professional.
It's because I'm wearing a fucking suit.
It's 2021. 2021, the year of Josh's professional upgrade.
Oh, Jesus. You wear your suit to the gym, do you?
Bro.
Don't start him down the gym
Oh,
rabbit
all
hole.
right, we're not going to go down
right,
that.
let's get into it.
Caleb, hit us up. What is the intro?
All right, well, we haven't changed our format. So for those of you who've listened to us before, you'll know what's coming. For those of you who haven't in a fresh, this is what happens. We pick a random topic and then we don't tell each other what we prepare around each topic. We do a breakdown and go in order and then basically
Interpretation.
digress like you wouldn't believe. But theoretically, we keep bringing it back to whatever the topic is. And this week, the topic, as promised last year, is going in dry.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just ask, how, Caleb, did you come up with this topic?
Because I think I heard it about 6 times in the space of 10 minutes in one of our episodes last year from you. I'm very unfamiliar with going in dry, to be honest.
In various forms of context as well.
Use your imagination, guys, all right? That was for our listeners.
But yeah, there you go. So
I love that you felt the need to reference who that was intended for.
well done. Isn't this all for our listeners?
For those playing at home, that was for the listeners, guys.
Yes, the listeners. Yeah. If you don't listen, then you didn't hear it. So how can you fucking listen to it?
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, the format hasn't changed. And up first is Ryan.
Interpretation of going in dry. So I was thinking about this, and there was a lot of things that we could allocate to this, but I'm thinking more around storage.
Oh, I'm feeling you, bruh. Storing a long, like, thing
Long term.
in a short, small, confined space.
Is the word you're looking for tight?
Dick. No.
What?
Constantly looking
Storage?
for dick you are.
Yeah. I think about dick every time someone says storage. Go down Bunno's storage aisle. I'm like, Jesus, there's just dicks everywhere.
No, I get what you mean.
Let him
storing your rifle.
let him
So storing a rifle, right? Going in dry. Like you want to go in dry, but then you also want it to come out dry, don't you?
No, you want to put oil on it.
What? You just say you want to poo on it.
Put oil on it.
I'll put oil on it. I can't tell between your husky little giggle. You're like, do you want to put poo on it?
Well, actually, yeah, Josh, you are actually correct. You want to put your gun away with oil on it, so it's not really dry.
No, that's true. That's true. I'll give you that one.
So, Ryan, you should have thought
it's
harder.
not more so. It's more so around keeping it,
Keeping the moisture out.
keeping it unmoist. Keeping. All right, we're digressing
really
real here.
do have a really good voice for probably like phone sex and shit, actually. Yeah.
You want to fuck? No, all I'm talking about is the storage of guns, right? So you put it in there without moisture on it. You want it to come out without moisture on it, right?
Yeah.
So you, like you said, you oil it up and whatnot. Over time, everyone knows that the oil either drips off. You know,
Fuck, why is everything so sexual?
It just is, man.
you just gotta oil it up, rub it all over.
Fruit Loops, there you go. There's non-sexual.
Yeah, but there's a hole in the middle, isn't there? And you know what they say about holes
It's a goal.
and goals.
Okay, so I see where you're going here. Gun storage.
So gun storage, right? Going in dry, you want it to come out dry. What my gun safe is, I've got it's really weird. Whoever built the house was an absolute fucking retard. But we've got the master bedroom, and then there's like a walk-in robe thing, and then it like shoots 90 degrees, and there's a bathroom. But there's no doors, and there's a tiny little fan. So whenever you have a shower, the moisture from that floats through to the walk-in robe where my gun safe is. So
Well done for telling everyone where your gun safe is. You fucking dickhead.
well, they'll never find it because I built a little compartment thing and it hides it.
Just stop talking. You're giving people everything they need.
There's no compartment. I tricked them. Oh, fuck. Now they know. So what, like different ways to keep the moisture out, I guess, is probably where I'm going with this.
So you've put your gun safe in between two wet areas, really. Being the bedroom.
Bedroom and
your
the bathroom.
suite.
That's bang on. Bang on. So, this is taking a really long time to get to. But the point I'm making is, so I've got a 3 mil thick wall.
It's just all sex.
It's just fucking Pornhub.
Everything is sex.
I've done it. Pornhub. We're done. It's got to be done.
He's done it.
Fuck me. All right.
Silly's out. Let's go.
What do you guys have anything in your safe or anything that you use to try and keep the moisture out of the gun other than gun oil?
Yeah, of course. I have a dehumidifier that I rotate every 3 days. It sucks. It's
Have you got one of
electronic.
those little pack things from Bunno's, or is it like a proper?
It's an electronic one from Spiker.
Well, bloody fucking duh.
They're like $30 online or something like that.
I blow like a whole $7 at the old Bunno special, put it in there, and then forget about it, and it collects water for like 5 months. And
So I used to do that, and I had one explode.
as
And
what the little?
not like
Not a little sachet
fucking
things.
Hollywood thing.
I mean,
but-
it's a bit of an extreme term to be using for a little fucking. It's like, it's a little dehumidifier thing. It exploded.
more like an ejaculation.
You're saying it leaked.
No,
It burst.
Burst. That is the term. It burst.
It burst. All right, that's better. It exploded. I'm thinking like there's moisture everywhere.
it exploded. And the thing is, it does leave like a weird film on your rifles.
Residue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any of that. So mine's in a very dry spot, and I've
His
lined.
pants. Because they are never getting wet.
Oh,
Unless he goes in dry.
turn it the fuck up. There's going to be a lot of mutterings from
A lot of muttering. Now that we've got quality mics, there's going to be a lot of shit that the listeners
That
are
shit
going
will
to
get picked up now.
Yeah, that's it. There's like the under your breath, fuck you.
Yeah, so mine's in a very dry spot, and I've like lined the bottom with carpet, and I really don't see any moisture in there ever. It's pretty well sealed, dry spot, carpet. I don't really need to put any dehumidifiers or anything like that in there.
So I'd probably still do that because walking into your house today, it was quite humid.
Moist.
Yeah.
Well,
Humid
what-
in the house.
Is there like,
Not humid
Because-
in the gun safe.
No.
Of course it's going to be humid in the gun. Your safe's in your house. Your house is humid.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
It is. 100% it is.
it legally has to be in the house, Caleb?
Do you have CCTV? Oh, wait. You do have CCTV
Anyway, I have mine in a special spot. That's pretty dry.
in his pants.
There's no moisture in there.
let's go back to the fucking topic. So, Josh, you swapped out because you had an accident. You had a accident with your little. So, what? How big is the unit you've got inside your safe?
Oh,
The dehumidifier.
it'd be like maybe 25 by 15. It's electronic, so you just recharge the cells up.
Has it got a tube that kind of goes out to a bucket?
No,
or
so
something?
you pull it out. So you have to, you have to kind of buy two because you have to pull it out and then you put it on charge. It dries everything out, like the little balls that are in it, and then you put it back in the safe.
I think the main point here is, does it work?
Yeah, well, yeah, I haven't had. So between that and using high caliber gun oil,
Ooh, nice plug, bro.
oh yeah, I don't have any issues. Before I was using. Now I've got nothing against G96. I used it for most of my life, but
Tread carefully. Tread.
Still think that
Fucking
should be
careful.
a fucking cologne.
So it should be a cologne.
Don't you
Actually,
talk ill about her.
You know what smells good? The OSA ammo packages.
Oh, bloody hell.
Fuck.
You're just smelling the plastic bag, really.
That's all I want to do. I want to go out shooting. I'll just open my ammo crate and I'm like, no, I just want to live in the box.
It is bizarre. They are really good smelling rounds.
Yeah, it's
Do you reckon they did that on purpose?
Yeah, 100%. They're like, oh, let's do this as a joke and see how many shooters we can fucking turn on.
Turns out it's like sex. Everyone is like, everyone's
If
like,
she smelled like this, I would be licking every inch.
of the barrel or the round?
Is it good to lick plastic?
Depends. Is it biodegradable?
It's plastic.
I don't know where to go with this. I honestly don't. What were we even talking about just then?
I don't know, but we somehow fell into the rabbit hole of Josh licking ammunition.
Oh, shit.
You were telling us how effective your dehumidifier was.
See,
Yeah, no, it works good
I don't
with-
have it's
with
electric
hot
dehumidifier, is it?
Yeah.
We used to have to charge it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been using the Bunno specials. They cost next to nothing. But I had it outside of the safe for a little bit, just as a test to see how much water it would collect in. Is a fuckload. It took like a day for it to fill up. Then I put it inside the safe, and there was nothing. So
Nothing to stimulate it.
well, there wasn't enough moisture in it to collect it at a substantial amount. You could see it in the bottom of the bucket. So,
Yeah.
and the safe is just like a steel door. There's no seal on it or anything like that. So, it sort of raises the question to me: is do you need it inside of the safe? Because I've got an environment where there's a great deal of humidity in the ambient air.
Yeah, but it's going to work better in a confined space.
You'd think it would, but there was nothing showing that that the moisture was getting from the outside into the inside of the safe, unless it's just a freak accident and the tolerance levels of the safe that I had meant that it creates a seal around it when you close it.
I think as long as your rifles are fine, then do whatever works for you.
Yeah, I mean,
There's people in Queensland who would be listening to my setup and being like, oh, no way I could do that, because they live in the fucking tropics.
Having said
I
that,
suppose that's true.
A lot of people don't actually look after firearms. Like you get an old cocky in that, he's just got his guns in his gun safe in his shed, and has never put a lick of gun oil on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
To some people, it's purely a tool, and they're not going to look after it like it's a family heirloom or something they're going to pass down through the generations. It's just a work tool.
Well,
Okay,
they did used to live in the back of trucks, though.
No, I won't, because I was going to ask which one gets which rifle.
Dude, I have multiple rifles to pass down to people.
Yeah, but there's a better rifle, and it should go to.
Josh is putting me in an unfair position right now because I have twin daughters and he has a favourite out of the two of them.
Yeah,
You're an asshole.
You are. You're a cockhead. You're a shit uncle.
100%.
And I love them
I've got a
both
favourite.
equally.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm playing this back to them.
Yeah, that's definitely going up to the 18th birthday party.
Yeah, that's all right.
Your uncle has a favourite out of you two.
Yeah,
Yeah, try and guess
Hey.
which one it is.
favourites can change, and I'm up for bribes. So.
Oh, jeez.
All right, I think we've knocked that one to death.
Knocked it to death.
Knocked it to death. I'd say beat it to death, but then there's just going to be another Pornhub reference, isn't it?
Maybe we've dried it to death.
We've dried it out. We've
Tried it out.
dehumidified that one.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
We've squeezed
Caleb.
every last drop of
moisture.
goodness.
I think what do we get out of that? Like the Bunnings special just doesn't work really. If you're going to go down that road with a dehumidifier, probably splash out, get something a little bit better.
Yeah, I would. There is a thing called the golden stick.
The what?
That's what
Is it
it's
like the
called.
golden gun, only better?
Or it's like it's just a dehumidifier, and it's gold, and it's a stick. It's like just long and cylindrical.
Is it like a wand?
Yeah.
If
Well, actually, it might be golden wand.
I'd
No,
pick it
I
up
think
and be
it's
like,
plastic.
"You're a wizard, Harry."
Really? Because I'd use it to like compare sizes. Like, yeah, I'm bigger.
Do you put your dick in your gun safe? Because I hear that's really good at drawing things
So when
out.
a chick asks you how big your dick is, you're like, "Yeah, it's bigger than a golden stick."
Yeah,
It's like
100%.
lacking context, and you're like, "Yeah, that's me, baby."
Yeah. Keeps them guessing, mate.
Turn it up.
Oh, Caleb, you're up.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take you on a journey for going in dry. So we live in a desert in South Australia here. We recently did a trip to Victoria, and literally, I reckon, I don't know, 3 minutes after crossing the border, you go from desert to green instantly.
You could drink the air.
Yeah. Like there's just so much more greenery and moisture in Victoria. So that's immediately where my mind went when when we said that our topic was going to be going in dry. Then this sort of sparked the thought, well, on this Victoria trip, we looked at your camo shirt, which is a desert camo, right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
You listening?
Don't you be fucking on something.
I just can't believe I haven't been interjected on already.
Don't you be fucking on something.
The
That's all I'm
suspense
saying.
is killing me as to where you're going with
G96. This is fucking like dangerous territory. Right?
Yeah, don't bag a man's camo, bro.
Okay, so leading on from your camo shirt, my nickname for you for that trip was Desert Man, like you were some sort of superhero, because this shirt is about 3 sizes too small.
Hey, maybe I just got bigger, all right? Maybe I just put on some muscle.
You were definitely picking it out of the fucking child section.
Right, so I'm drawing a long bow here, but so I've gone desert, your camo shirt, the shirt being 3 sizes too small.
For those that want to, I don't know, maybe rate how good I look, they can look in my fucking desert shirt. You can jump on Send It Mate on Instagram and
Send It
have
Mate
a look.
podcast, Instagram.
And do you know what? I'm so glad you said that, because what I actually want to talk about is fitness for aesthetics versus the fitness you require to go on a hunt. Like, what do we actually think is the level of fitness someone requires to do what we did, specifically on the last trip we went on, which was a backpack hunt where we were carrying about 30 kilos each.
A little bit more, yeah.
30, like
Probably a bit
average,
more.
probably on average, 30, 35 kilos each.
Yeah.
What level of fitness do you think is required? Because you have a lot of aesthetic, what I would call aesthetic fitness.
Yeah, but he doesn't do legs. So anything to do with walking.
I have practical fitness. So
Yeah, I know. But that's what sort of sparked this thing in my head about.
Are you getting a bit
Well-
defensive here, Jotty boy?
No, it's pretty easy. I get asked this a lot actually on my personal Instagram.
How did you get so buff?
No, they're like, oh, what do you do? Because like they can see that we do the miles right between, Send It Mate and all that. Like they can see that we go out and we put on a lot of kilometers on our boots. And people are like, oh, what do you do? Now this is where it's very, very, it's almost a personal thing. So in my life, I know that I have to concentrate on shoulders. I find that if I don't, I find that carrying my pack, if I have the weight on my shoulders, I sort of struggle. Like if my shoulders aren't up to scratch. Ryan was going to say
I'm
something.
saying talk closer to your mic.
Oh, right. My bad.
I'm trying to I'm giving you hand signals,
Yeah,
smoke
you're
signals.
doing actions with your shoulders at the moment. You're doing head, shoulders,
Yeah,
knees and toes with
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, so I find for me personally, I've got to work out my shoulders and my upper back, and that helps me with carrying a pack. Now, walking is a military thing. Like as you guys could probably notice.
I love how professionalism just came out then.
Sorry.
Just as a little side note, I'm actually counting every time Josh says use guys.
Yeah.
That was number 2.
Yeah. So I'm just putting me suspenders on and wearing my big boy pants. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, so Couchy and I, I'm sure you've noticed that when we're walking, we've got to switch. We just can switch off and just keep plodding along. That's a military thing. That's something that you can learn, and the only way to learn that is by putting a pack on and walking. And I had a thought in the shower actually probably about a week after.
Was it
it a
pre or
sexual-
post wank?
Was it a sexual thought?
It was post. Definitely post. But I'd have thought, okay, fuck, I'm losing my concentration. Real bad, actually.
Shoulders getting swole, pack march, army.
No, so I thought, okay, I wonder how people can do this. How can they like develop that switch and things? And the biggest one for me, or the defining moment for me, where I learnt how to switch off my mind to the pains of walking with weight, was I did a 30 clicker in, it was 24 hours or 48 hours or something like that. 30, I think it might have been 30 Ks in 24 hours. And that was painful. That was with all my gear, et cetera, et cetera. But obviously leading up to this, you did a lot of pack work, minor like pack marches. So like, 4 Ks, 5 Ks, 8 Ks, 15 Ks, and so you build up to go into like a 30K. But once you got to that 30K mark and you did that, it sort of like gave you this ability to somehow switch off your head.
So you're saying it's a mental thing. It's not necessarily a physical preparedness that you're at. It's more like just being able to disconnect yourself and just chew the miles.
It's fucking walking. Like, let's face it.
Yeah, but it's not easy when you're going up hills with the pack on.
No, but at the end of the day, it's one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, so it's a mindset sort of. I mean, I'm very much the same as that. Just repeat one foot in front of the other. But I get angry at the hills and
same.
Get angry. Just get it over. Not necessarily get it over and done with, but just like push into how hard it is. But that also stems from spending years and years and years in the gym. You develop that sort of aggressive nature where you learn that it pays off to sort of hype yourself up a little bit and get a little bit angry, and you end up getting that adrenaline dump that makes you.
That's very hard to keep up with though. When you're 6'4" and have legs twice as long as
I
ours.
was holding back the whole fucking trip. Hey.
Yeah.
I found that because I didn't want to be the asshole that was pushing ahead by a fucking kilometre and then being like,
well,
you were at times.
I was trying to be aware of that. But you're right. I like one step of mine is like 3 for Josh. So
yeah, but it was like this, man. I didn't want to. We all didn't want to set the pace too quickly, and this is something about pack hunting as well. Is you can do the fucking pace that you want to do. There's no time limit.
Yeah, I think that's a beauty. I think for us, because we're all at different fitness levels as well.
Very much so, which is why I asked the question, what's the minimum required, do you reckon? For people that want to start out. People. I don't really think people have an idea what it takes to carry 30 kilos around.
And this is where most people are just going to say, put a pack on and start walking. And then, do like, a few Ks and then the next week do it like a few more. And that is the basis.
It helps.
Yes. But this is where I was saying before, for me, I struggled most with my shoulders. Now, yes, this is negated by having a good pack that distributes the weight to your waist instead of on your shoulders. But for me, in my experiences, I identified where I was lacking. It wasn't the legs so much. It was the pain was in my shoulders. So, okay, I started working out on my shoulders. Suddenly, my shoulders don't hurt. I'm good.
So you got your weakness, flipped it around to your strength, and then mindset on top of that.
Yeah.
I would say that there's definitely an element of training that needs to be done, because you can't just step out from behind a desk, whack a pack on, and then do 30K.
Well, you could, but it's going to hurt the next lot.
Well, that's the mindset that kicks in. You can do that, but it's not fun
or
if
practical.
you don't enjoy. Like, I love that sort of thing where it's a challenge and you overcome it. I mean, I'm not an unfit guy either, but if I'm thinking from the perspective of someone who wants to get into hunting, you are better off going out and doing shorter trips, not whacking a pack on and doing the Ks and training. But if you want to pack hunt, go out, find a location, leave from a home base, like your car, go out for one day where you're only covering 7 Ks in a day, you're finding a spot, and then you're still getting the experience. And then the next time you go out a little bit further, and then you build that up, but not have too long a distant time between trips, obviously.
And doing that, there's no niceties about things either. So when you're pack hunting and you're setting up camp at the end of trekking around and being tired and sore.
And you're fucked. You're well fucked.
And then you got to sleep on a mat under a hoochie with no heating or cooling, no mod cons whatsoever.
And you got some motherfucker who snores like a goddamn freight train, who is sleeping 400 mil from your face.
Wait a second, is that our ND?
It's not, but you've got, and sleep deprivation on top of it all.
Love you, Gouchy.
Yeah, look, that's just something that if you're going to do if you're gonna pack hunt, you got to get used to.
You just got.
That's the thrill of it, man. I love
Embracing
that.
the
I love
suck.
that thing. I love Bear Grylls-ing the shit out of it. That's why I come back. Like that's why.
Well, we
get
only
excited.
have a finite amount of time before we're too old to do this.
Yeah, that's
Right,
exactly.
so-
I think that definitely plays a part in it. I enjoy. It's also about being, and it sounds a little bit like hippie, but I like sleeping on the ground. I prefer to sleep on the ground than sleep on like a stretcher or something because it's like it's on the ground. It's,
You feel grounded.
yeah, I feel closer to Mother Earth. Jesus.
I get what you mean though, but we've invested in some. Well, some of us have invested in some good sleeping mats and whatever, so
Josh
we
rocks
don't have
up
to
and
suffer.
sleeps on some duct tape stuck together.
Yeah, Josh is suffering for the cause. I don't know
Right.
why, unnecessarily.
It's because I'm fucking.
You've got the worst back, and you're still trying to prove to us all
Out
you're
of, out
hard.
of everyone, you've got the worst back, and you're rocking around what is affectionately known as the wimp mat.
Yeah, the wimp mat, bruh. Get on it.
Which is what is it? Like it's like a yoga mat that you cut into squares and then duct tape back together.
Yeah, so it folds, so you can just
And it's not even like a full one. It only gets half of your body.
yeah, because you don't need a full. You don't need your legs to be on a mat, do you?
Let's be honest, half the time you roll off of it anyway, so you're sleeping on the
That's
dirt.
true.
yeah.
Well, what's the point? Just sleep on the ground.
No, because if it gets cold, you know,
If it
at least
gets
you can roll on the mat and get some, you know.
Yeah, but do you know what? While we're on gear, I think just to digress a little bit more, the best purchase that I have ever had. Well, actually, my wife bought it for me. The most important piece of gear that I think that I have recently acquired is a sleeping bag that I don't get cold in at night time because we've done so many trips where I've been freezing my left nut off, and what? There's a whole bunch of hand signals here going about.
Someone
snacks.
just brought out corn fucking chips.
Snacks. Did someone say snacks?
Snacky poos.
Someone's entered the room with snacks, and now we're telling them to go.
No, I'm
No,
I'm
please
wanting
stay
to bring
with
the
the
snacks
snacks.
too.
No, because they crunch.
No, that's all right.
No,
Oh.
no, just keep drinking your drink.
All right. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, good gear. The progressive. Well, it's the same as the gym. It's
How-
progressive
how'd you-
overload through your trips.
How'd you find the snug pack?
It's fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Compact, way down, and then fits in the backpack really well. It was long. The struggle because I'm such a large dude. I'm
Go. What?
of a large penis.
I get too hot though. That's I won't sleep if I'm too
Yeah,
hot.
but you're like a fucking heater. Sleeping on the ground next to you, I don't even need a sleeping bag because the radiant heat.
Oh, you're welcome. It wasn't your sleeping
Yeah.
bag, it was me.
Yeah, that's right. Actually,
I got to admit, sleeping underneath the hoochie with the lot four of us, it was pretty warm.
It's Brokeback Mountain as fuck. Like literally, I went back to work and people were like, "Oh, show us, let's have a look." And I showed them photos and like, "Ah,
yeah. Wow. Where's your cowboy
well, you
hat?
guys are sleeping clothes."
You know, I reckon.
Meanwhile,
so
we
the
all
couch,
stink like dick as well.
Couch, he was like stroking me in his sleep. Did I tell you that? It was because I was wearing my
stroking
fleece.
you or little Ryan.
No. Well, little Ryan turned into big Ryan, didn't he?
Oh, my God, listen to it.
Ryan, are you masturbating?
Oh, pornography.
Oh, would you have a crank out there smelling like you did?
Nah,
No?
nah, I'd offend myself, bro.
You just like you'd open your pants up and then you'd be like,
Literally, there was some nights where I was in my sleeping bag, and you know when it was actually cold, you sort of get right in there and close it all up, and my own smell just offended me.
smelled like a Norwegian whorehouse.
Yeah, I didn't want to be in there.
Bro, in the army, like you do like whatever, go out bush or whatever. Say you set up a harbour and you're out on, like you got picketed on the gun or you're out on early warning or something like that. You just like roll to the side and have a crank, and you could be like a week, 2 weeks into the bush, and you stink like shit.
You roll to the side.
Yeah,
Do
you
you
roll
like-
to the side, have a
So
crank.
you don't come on your mate. Is that what you're saying?
No, you'd be
It's
by
like, no,
yourself.
your mate's there. So you don't come on your own sleeping bag.
You'd be by yourself because you'd be either on gun picket or early warning or something like that. So
I don't know what any of those things are. Stop talking Swahili.
gun picket. So you're picketing on the gun, on a machine gun. Yeah.
Okay.
Early warning is exactly that. Your early warning.
You know the old concept of repeating yourself only louder does not change what it is that you're saying? That's what you're doing right now. You're like, oh, what is a gun picket? Gun picket! Oh, okay.
Now it makes sense.
Now you should know.
Shit. Should have known all along. Anyway, I think
What? Just listen. What the fuck is a gun picket? What you're like?
So when you set up a harbour, right, instead of manning,
set up a harbour,
yeah, like so like a defensive position.
Oh.
For like an extended
I
period.
thought you were
of time.
talking about boats and shit.
Yeah, same.
For a moment there, I thought you're in the Navy.
Fucking hell.
There it is.
Anyway, yeah. So instead of like manning all your weapon platforms, you've got tasks to do simultaneously. So you just break it down to your guns get manned, so your machine guns, because so your light support weapon systems are your main sort of firepower in the group. So you man them, and then that frees up everyone else to dig pits and.
So you got one hand on a machine gun, the other hand on your dick, and you're
you would-
pumping one and
yeah.
hoping you could pump the other.
Yeah, pretty much. You get some trigger time and some trigger time.
Oh, gee.
You wouldn't want to you wouldn't want someone who's not really quite coordinated to be like,
That's right.
Wow. Well, there you go. So
I'm glad that we went that deep into that one.
I figured
We digressed there.
yeah, we did, but I mean, I figured the topic can be going and dry. I'm quite happy to go down a rabbit hole and talk about fitness. Well, for pack
I
hunting.
mean, I was
Like,
struggling as
whatever.
to how you got to that.
I
so
gave you the
that's-
progression. Going and
That's-
dry as a desert.
He was thinking about my fucking outstanding aesthetic.
That's a stretch. Yeah, you definitely drew that bow.
I just wanted to see how far we could digress. But my
Hang
thought
on,
pattern
hang on.
was literally, no, hang on. This is my thought pattern. Going in dry, deserts are dry. You wore a desert camo pattern. You wore a desert camo pattern shirt that's 3 sizes too small. You thought that level of muscles is necessary for being fit for hunting. What is necessary for hunting?
but hang on,
is
that's
this
my
an
thought. That's my train of
exercise
thought.
in digression here.
That's my train of thought.
all I'm taking away is you think I look good. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment, motherfucker.
I'll admit you have an aesthetically pleasing top half.
The lower half,
The lower half
leaves
can
everyone
just
wanting.
fuck off. Like, piss that shit off. Twig legs.
If you can imagine,
Fucking
it's like,
twigs.
do you know? You remind me of Where's Wally, like the old Where's Wally books. And then there's the scene on the beach where there's like the big buff guys that are like massive on the upper, but then they got like tiny little stick
Yeah,
legs.
it's a classic look.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic look. Right?
Where's Wally's? Where's his legs?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Anyway, that's me done.
Yeah, right.
Josh, hit us.
All right, so I wanted to keep this close to home. So when, like during Christmas, we all got away, us three, and good old Shannon Couch.
Talk into the microphone.
Shannon Couch.
And anyway, we ended up experiencing some pretty crazy weather. So
We had
for
some
the
ups,
first,
we had some downs.
we did. We had some uppy downs. So the first few days we were there, it was pissing down with rain.
Yes.
Absolutely fucking atrocious. Like we
it
were
wasn't
waking.
that bad though. Like we got.
It was bad. We were waking up and it was like raining.
Yeah, it's not like it didn't stop though. It
Well,
was.
it didn't
It was
stop
sporadic but heavy.
It didn't stop until like the third day.
It was just constant
broken.
drizzle. Constant
Yeah, there was drizzle.
Yeah. I was sleeping and I had mist coming into me.
We went in wet and we
Well.
came out wet.
Actually, I was going
Was
to
it
ask.
mist or was someone on picket?
I was going to ask, did either of you get like? Were you guys wet? Did you guys get wet?
I was wet for you all
I was
weekend,
wet the
baby.
whole time, but it was from the wrong end.
Did you guys get any of that mist come through? Because we put the hoochie. We put the wrong side
Did you say
down.
mist come or come mist?
Come mist.
It was a cum mist.
Come mist. We put the wrong side of the hoochie down. So we should have
What
flipped
do you mean
it.
we? I raised this point. And everyone's like, oh, no, it should be right. And I'm like, well, according to my calculations, there's going to be a
Did
leak
you?
approximately. Yeah, I did.
We all have bad hearing. So did you yell?
Well, we had to take, for those playing at home, when we set up these microphones, they had to minus the volume on my voice and take the bass out of it. So in real life, I sound a whole lot more louder and a whole lot more sexy.
It's like, yes.
That's the
If he
take
do-
I'm taking on that
He
one.
does say so himself. Anyway, the point is, we all got dripped on, and there was some
The cum
mist.
mist.
Some
Got
cum mist.
dripped on by the
Cum mist.
cum mist.
I got wet that night, actually.
You did.
Yeah, so did
You
I.
so did.
Yeah, I kept dry inside of my
Not,
sleeping bag.
not the
eh?
good wet.
My
either.
wettest item of clothing was my jocks.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, the first night. Yeah.
Hey.
You know how like you can't quite gauge the weather, so you're like, fuck it, I'll just go all out. You go thermals, pants, socks, sleeping bag. and then 10 minutes in, you're like, fuck, I regret this decision.
But this brings on to my point. So, because we went in summer, and like we're all expecting it to be
Dry.
It's Australia.
Yeah.
You know, you think,
We'll
fuck,
go in dry.
yeah, going dry. And we get there, and it was pissing down with rain. And then the further up the mountain we went, it was pissing like down with rain even more. That's mine. This is up there.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
Give me my drink.
We're just
Anyway.
passing the drinks.
So I was sitting there going, okay, I did that, exactly what you said. I packed for cold weather, for dry weather. Well, not really dry weather. We should have brought shorts to kick around when we weren't hunting.
Do you know what? I don't think I would have wanted to wear shorts.
Because of the leeches.
The leeches and walking through the shrubbery that we
those
were walking through,
twigs
that
and
would have
stuff.
cut you the fuck up.
No, when you're sitting around like camp.
Oh yeah, when you're in camp, but the sun was going down when we were around camp anyway, and then it started to get a bit cool, so it wasn't so bad.
Yeah, that's true.
And besides, if you had shorts, you wouldn't have an excuse to take your shirt off, Josh.
No, I'd still take my shirt off. Probably. Actually, at one stage, we were all in our underwear because the weather turned from like wet to like 39
that was
fucking
so
degrees.
weird.
Yeah,
So
in like
weird.
an instant. It was like, boom. Oh,
It still wasn't dry though because there was that much sweat going on.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know what?
yeah, that's true.
I was really fascinated by the way that you could go from one valley to the next, and it'd be like jungle and humid as fuck, and then the next valley is just dry.
Well, you remember we were
trees.
worried about getting bogged, like when we were going into our new location and we're driving in up on, where was it? Shit.
in the Otterways.
Yeah, Otways.
Yeah.
And then we drove probably, maybe 5 Ks down the mountain, and it was just suddenly,
Oh yeah, it went from like
dramatically
yeah.
changed.
rainforest to like Mallee.
Yeah. Not
Yeah, it's
quite Mallee,
ridiculous.
Well, not Mallee, but yeah, dry equivalent.
yeah. So I was just sitting there going, oh, well, you know, going in dry, coming out dry. We didn't really come out dry, but we certainly went in dry.
Quite the opposite. We went
Come
in.
out wet.
Went in
and come
wet.
out
We
dry.
went in
No,
wet
did come
and
out
we
dry.
came out.
Moist.
One of the best decisions we made was to actually shower, because on that day where
Well, no. I feel like this was a decision for you because I could have just kept going. In my
I could have kept
field.
going. I didn't feel any different after the shower.
you know,
eh?
it wasn't my suggestion. It was actually Couchy's. The smelliest fucker of us all was
Yeah,
the
that's
one who decided
That's true.
that he wanted
That's
to
very
wash.
mature of him.
He was actually.
Having said
He's
that,
changed.
none of us were complaining about going and having a shower
Oh fuck
or a
no.
wash.
Well, actually, what we wanted to do was go to the beach, which is 45 minutes from where we were, to just have a dip.
Yeah.
It was mostly because it was hot, not because we stunk.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah,
the
it
middle
was-
of the
yeah.
day, and I think we were all under our hoochie in a sandy area. And
In
it
our
was just
jogs.
in our jogs, sweating.
Yeah.
And we'd bush
The
bash
hoochie
the whole morning.
The hoochie literally amplified the heat, and we were bush bashing that morning. We had literally done. I actually got it on my phone. It was like a 15K round trip, but it was through just thick.
Scrub.
I'm not going to lie, I fell over 10 times.
I did laugh a lot. Not out loud because I didn't want to piss you off, but
I
I,
know.
giggled a lot. I just hear this thud. For fuck's sake!
I did like how we were using Google Earth to try and find open areas, and then we were heading towards the open area, and it just got thicker.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
at one stage, we're sitting underneath these ferns. We're all just sitting in this group because we've all had enough at this stage. We're sitting under these ferns for like a good 30 minutes before someone decided to do something.
Wow. What just happened?
I'm trying to move his
Touched my
mic
mind.
No,
over.
he's close enough.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
It's fading out in my headphones.
Upgrade. motherfucker.
Maybe you
time.
need some mad Dre lit beats.
Maybe don't.
Beats by Dre.
That's the one.
Dre lit beat.
Whatever the punk kids
Beats
are
by
calling it
Dr.
these days.
Dre.
Hey?
Beats by Dr. Dre.
Oh,
Is he even a real doctor?
Okay, well, you're done with
he?
your point. Like, what's
no.
the deal?
What is
Done,
the point?
done.
What is the
What
takeout
was
of
your
that?
point then?
All we did was just talk
It's a
about our
story.
trip. Oh, it's just a story.
Oh, it was summer, so we thought we were going to go in dry to our destination,
Yeah, and then come out draw.
but we didn't.
We didn't.
We went in wet and we came out wet and smelly.
Yeah.
Some of us were a little salty by the end.
Oh, man, I'd go here. Did you smell your clothes before you
Yeah,
wash them?
yeah. So I always after every trip, I'm like, I wonder how bad I got. And then you go shower, and then you come back. My God.
Puts it all in perspective. And
Yeah,
I'd
it
sealed
does.
mine in a plastic bag too. Like
Oh yeah, it's locked in the fucking freshness.
not my outer hunting gear, but my first pair of jocks I took off before that shower, I sealed them in a plastic bag.
What,
Fuck, man.
just to save the fucking rank?
Yeah, he
or-
just wanted to smell
No, just
his
so
own
it didn't
jocks.
spread to everything else. You don't want that getting on your rest of your clothes or your inside of your pack for that matter.
Yeah.
Open that bag.
Oh
Whoa.
my god!
Whoa.
Yeah. There's
Like-
some rank dick cheese shit going on in there.
There was some, I'd created my own ecosystem in there.
Oh yeah.
Which leads us to talc. Everyone needs to talc. I didn't
Oh,
bring
baby
any
wipes talc. I know.
Baby wipes
We're
talc.
always forgetting the talc lately.
I think that's why it was a bit extra rank, had the extra crisp because
I baby wiped every night.
I didn't do
Do you know what? That should have been your topic. Going in dry, talking. Just keep everything dry. That should have been your topic.
That should
Boy,
be your topic.
it's the most handiest thing because you feel like you're having a shower, but you're really not.
I feel like a new
But
man.
you smell good.
You're basically having a dust bath like a fucking bird.
Yeah.
basically.
It always reminds me of, the scene in Gladiator where they like just throw like powder on them?
Like delicing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it lime that they throw on them?
Oh, probably.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Maybe some DDT. I don't know.
Stuff, or either that, or they're all just high as a fucking kite throwing cocaine at each other.
Go fight.
Some for you, and some for you, and some for you.
You know, I actually heard or read or I don't know what, but
this will
they
be
didn't
really
actually fight
Here
to
we
the
go.
death.
Gladiators?
Yeah.
When
No, not typically. They wouldn't. No,
Well, that's boring as shit.
it'd be until one surrenders, but it'd be like a massive blow
Yeah.
to their honor.
That's boring as
Well,
shit.
can you imagine how many gladiators they would go through if they fought to the death every single time?
I
yeah.
don't know, 5 or 6 a week.
Could you imagine going essentially undefeated your entire career? Say you had a 10-year career as a gladiator.
Bruh, I would not jack that cunt. I mean, what?
Excuse me, what?
what?
I'm leaving that in.
Yeah, that's all right.
definitely.
Yeah. No,
all right.
can someone else say it so I won't feel bad?
No,
Pornhub.
No, this see you next Tuesday.
I'm saving myself for a worthwhile episode.
Yeah, I want to make it like intense and extreme, and
For dramatic effect.
yeah, dramatic effect. Definitely.
Really?
You've dropped that word.
No,
a few times
you were the
already.
first one to drop it.
No, you
Was
were.
I?
You were the first one to
No.
drop it. Yeah, buddy.
Nah, you were.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it's you, Josh.
No. No.
Anyway,
Anyway, let's not have an
Anyway.
argument.
why can't we all just get along?
Let's get on to this week's ND.
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 Right.
Negligent discharge.
Discharge.
We should not have microphones.
It just accentuates the seediness.
We are children.
All right, our ND is I would say group discharge, but that's did anyone bring this
That does
up?
not sound good.
It's Bukaki.
First thing that came to mind was Soggy Sayo.
Yeah.
Group discharge.
So while we were out and about on our adventures, having group discharges and whatnot, it actually went up on our Insta story. We found a fella who had driven into some ruts.
we got him out of the shit. We were fanging along this dirt track, and I had my window down, and honestly, I don't know how we didn't see him because he was probably only 20, 30 meters off the intersection.
I don't think it was even that. I reckon he was only about 15 meters.
Oh,
in.
well, it wasn't far. Anyway, we fanged right past him. I don't know if everyone else was looking. Actually, everyone was probably looking to the left, which was huntable land. And I just heard someone yell, "Hoi!" And then I look back, and there's this guy standing flagging us down. He's bogged to the axles.
Yeah.
In a stock standard nav.
2-wheel drive.
Yep.
No, 4-wheel.
No, it was 2-wheel.
No, it
Yeah.
was a D22.
No, it was a 4-wheel drive, and he said that he went around the corner in two-wheel drive, didn't realize how bad it was.
See, I don't understand.
He's
'cause
driven into 30-centimeter deep mud
And it's
ruts.
not like there was no brush or anything covering it. He's just fanged it down the track.
But he wasn't straddling the ruts either.
I
Like
mean-
he was in the rut. Just
Yeah.
drove into the rut.
I mean,
He was fucking cooked.
he was.
He was like he'd been simmering for a while.
Couple of goon sacks later.
He wasn't making good decisions, let's be honest.
Not at all. But
I've got to say one thing. Like, so Caleb and I have been stuck very, very badly out bush, and some dudes come to our rescue after some time spent, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we bought him a carton, and when we drove past this guy, I do remember. I think it might have been Couchy actually saying, "Oh, don't worry about it." And I'm like,
Oh, no.
you've got to like balance out
fucking
the karma,
Couchy.
man. You know, you've got to like, you know.
I think he might have been joking when he said that.
Yeah, definitely was joking, but you know, like in my head, I'm just like, nah, you got to.
Yeah,
You got to
you
even
just-
out.
It's
the
the last
universe.
thing you want to do though. Like when you're just trying to get to your next destination, is pull some bloke out. You don't know how badly he's stuck. You don't know.
See, I'm the opposite.
I'm
I see a guy who's like stuck, and I'm just like, fuck yeah, let's go talk to that guy. Find out, because I went and shook his hand, like, what's your name?
Yeah.
And whatnot. And I mean, I didn't want to get his, well, actually, I turned out getting his backstory. He'd,
I thought you said his number.
well,
I'm going on here.
maybe I did.
So hang on, yeah, he's back.
So-
So he's been.
He got done for an unroadworthy car or something.
Fuck knows how that
Like the
happened.
day
It was
prior.
stock.
Yeah, so something. I reckon he got not a bad cop. I reckon the coppers pulled him over and he got a little bit fucking lippy. And so, as you know, the police do, if you don't treat them with respect, they don't treat you with any respect, and they just take you for everything they possibly can.
It's fair.
Yeah, as I would if I was a cop, right? And you've got every motherfucker that you interact with can either be a cunt or cannot be a cunt, and you're having a day where everyone's a cunt.
He's dropped it 3 times.
I dropped it.
That was not dramatic.
You said you were going to save it for a dramatic moment, and you're just
That wasn't dramatic.
casually talking.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
like
sorry, I'm just talking casually now, just in my everyday life. Even in professional business meetings, I like to drop
this is what my real voice
This
sounds
is,
like.
this is my
Anyway,
my real voice.
so his car's been defected. I don't think he was licensed or something else. Oh, it was unregistered.
unregistered and unlicensed,
Oh, he was
which was
unlicensed.
why he was in the back roads. So-
Trifecta. So he was on the back road.
Yeah.
He said he was burning off some steam, which is why he fanged around the corner. Honestly, though, I got up close with him. He smelled like a brewery.
oh, I was drunk when I was walking away from the conversation with him. I was sober when I started talking to him.
Nice guy. Like he was appreciative.
I'm glad you like finished that because I'm like, wait, you were drinking without me?
He was appreciate. Like he did appreciate.
He was a
us
nice guy. He
towing him
actually
out.
was. We're ragging the absolute shit out of this guy. He was super nice and super thankful. He even offered some high quality cigarettes to Josh, which he
No, to
promptly,
Couchy.
or to Couchy, which he promptly turned down like a true gentleman. But I'm thinking, well, we just build karma points, man. Like the dude's in trouble, you stop, you help. That's what that's that sense of community. We're all out here out there, trying to get out and about and do things with nature. And if someone's stuck, just
Experience
fucking
the
help them.
world.
So yeah, we were good Samaritans. The ND is on him for
Getting stuck.
getting stuck.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. what he was doing
very
at all.
like unnecessarily.
It was a very, very unnecessary. It's like the sort of thing that you'd pull around the corner and look at and then be like, yeah, no, probably not a good idea for everyone.
Or straddle the rut
Or straddle the ruts. Yeah,
and not drive into the rut.
maybe put it in full drive.
Yeah. Having said this, can I bring another ND?
You sure can.
Dude,
I'll
it's
give
your
you permission.
podcast. Like, I'm not the producer.
No,
sitting
you're not
here
allowed.
Saying no.
You're denied entry.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Actually, hey, sorry. Camp Mum. Hey, Camp Mum.
Yes.
Camp
You
mum.
can fuck
Caleb
like.
is the fucking
I will
Santa.
turn this around on
Caleb,
you.
Caleb's the camp mum, so he's like, yeah, you know, the guy that's cautious.
Sensible.
You
cautious.
can't do that.
He's
You
cautious.
can't do that. It might whirl out of control.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't touch your willy.
That's your ND.
Hey,
I'm
Jimmy.
the camp
no,
mum.
no. So we were all, you know, like pretty tired that first day. We'd put in some miles on foot, set up camp. We were sitting there.
Caleb has a very, very. He has
the
a
matter
look
with
of
that?
disgust
Keep going,
on his
keep going.
face.
What's the matter with that?
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm not talking about your camp mum shit.
Go on then.
Nah.
All right. Keep going.
We
I'm
put some
quite
more.
happy not to be the mediator
Oh
in
my
this and just
God.
let it
I
progress
don't know where this
until
is going.
fisticuffs come out.
Yeah, Kale's giving me grit. He's going to smack me with a wooden spoon.
You can't. There's too much fucking new awesome equipment in the way here. We can't
Anyway,
even throw shit at each
Get
other.
to the fucking point.
Get to the end fucking D. Anyway, so
I
we've
love how
gone out.
swearing sounds in my own ears.
Hey,
I love how my swearing sounds in my own ears.
yeah.
It's almost more effective.
It is.
When you swear.
I feel like I want to enunciate swear words even better now.
Oh my God.
We are digressing on the digression
Yeah, from the digression.
from the
Really
topic.
bad.
All right, come on, ND, let's go.
Anyway, so we put in some miles and we set up camp. We thought, yeah, cool. We got our sleeping arrangements underneath the one hoochie done. And then we've all gone to bed. Well, 3 of us have tried to go to bed. One of us went to bed, and one of us snores like a fucking Boeing 747.
Jeez, you dragged that out. You could have gone.
Oh God, I'm
Couchy
sorry.
snores. Done.
You could have just exactly you said.
All right.
Andy, Couchy is the worst.
Why don't we just
snorer.
why don't we just rewind to the start and be like, "Hi, we're Send It, mate. See ya." Well, there you go. We're fucking
I
done.
like the build-up and the suspense,
was
but
not
it's all
even a
about
build-up
the
or sus-
delivery.
There was no build-up or
Timing.
suspense there.
It's because you weren't interjecting with anything.
It was like a children's book.
You know what?
Then
Fuck you.
The smallest
Couchy
one.
snores. It kept us awake. Fuck you.
And then we all got into our beds. And then
But some of us didn't. But all others did.
3 little boys went to sleep.
See how I
One
tell
little
stories,
boy.
all right?
Under one hoochie. And then when the sun came up, they roasted like marshmallows.
All right, Couchy, fix your fucking sleep apnea.
Jesus fucking oath.
There's got to be some...
We kicked him out the second
We
night.
did.
It was that bad. We were like,
I felt
go
a little bit
fucking
bad
camp
about that,
somewhere else.
actually. And when we say kicked him out, we didn't make him. We suggested that he set up his own hoochie about 4 meters away from
No,
everyone.
we forcefully suggested.
And turns
also.
out he didn't snore. He either didn't snore that night or it was far enough away for no one to hear.
Then we brought him back, but I did say to
Then
him,
we
sleep on your stomach.
He's fucking...
That sounds sexual, doesn't it? Sleep on your stomach.
Yeah. Bury that face in the pillow.
Blood it, bitch.
And there we go.
There it is.
That came off the tongue way too easily for you, Joshua.
Fuck.
Oh,
Well, I'm
Jesus.
out.
All right, we're gonna go to the wrap up and what next week is. So next week, our topic is it clean enough? There are very, very many rabbit holes that we can go down with that one.
Yeah,
Naturally.
I feel like there's going to be a lot
Is
of
it clean
sexual
enough?
puns in this as well.
Sexual innuendos.
Oh, well,
After
yeah,
alone.
we'll find out. Well
Yeah.
done. We've blown the cobwebs out. First one back for season 2.
I want to blow my mic.
Clean the pipes.
We clean the pipes to come Mister's clearing.
We've applied some high caliber gun oil to ourselves, and
Have you tried waking with high caliber gun oil?
Man, I'll give it a go.
Because you reckon it sticks?
It's a lubricant. So,
Yeah.
have you tried toothpaste? Don't.
No, I can't imagine toothpaste being that much of a lubricant.
People are going to
considering-
listen to this.
especially if you get like what's the one where it's like granules in it and it's like
Colgate.
Colgate.
Don't wake with Colgate, all right?
It's
Or body
speaking
scrub.
from
Don't
experience.
use body
Body scrub or like the face scrub that's got like the almond shell in it. And it's like exfoliating.
I don't
One of
know what
those
that is.
rocks
No, it's like
that you use on your feet. Don't wake with that.
oh, that's where I
cheese
went
grater.
wrong.
Isn't that what you grate the warts off with?
Oh, shit.
This
Jesus.
is probably a natural point for us to start wrapping up.
Yeah,
definitely.
let's
All
do
right.
that.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you.
We thank you everyone for listening. Welcome back. This is the first episode of season
Caleb
2
just looked at me
with
weird.
all the fuckery.
We need to film this shit because
Tune
half
in.
of this is lost.
Tune in next week for Is It Clean Enough? We will speak to you lovely motherfuckers then. Peace out.
Thanks,
Catch ya.
guys. Catch ya.
G'day, dude and dudettes. Josh here. Do you find it hard to keep your long, hard barrels free from gun STDs? Maybe you need a clean out of your bore. If this is you, jump on over to highcaliber.com.au and use the promo code SENDITMATE to receive a 10% discount on all your gun cleaning needs. And remember, it's sexy to support Australian-made products. Everyone here at Send It Mate uses high caliber, and we can promise you that it'll keep your firearms free from those pesky gun STDs.